This video is sponsored by Utopia Toys and Models. Use my reviewer code to get 20% off your next purchase at utopiatoysandmodels.com. With the success of the Superman movie that just came out, and also with the trading card craze that's currently going on where people are pulling some whoppers of cards, I figured I would give it my shot. Today we're going to review the Fleer Brilliance Superman box and tell you if this is one you should get or one you should kind of just pass up. So let's do it. What is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another episode of The Good, The Bad, The Awesome, where I unbox, give you my first reaction to all things pop culture. So, if you like that kind of stuff, hit that like, subscribe, get notified when we have new videos, and if you're doing that already, thank you so very much. So before you, we have today is something just a little bit different. As you know, I mainly unbox action figures, just action figures. But I got caught up in a craze. And so first of all, went and saw the new Superman movie, which was super, super brilliant. I loved it. Superman's one of my favorite characters. It is my favorite character in all of comic books. And so going to see the movie was a no-brainer. And I thought they did a really, really good job at it. Now, regardless of y'all's opinions about it, my opinion counts. No, I'm just kidding. Some people didn't like it. Some people loved it. I loved it. I thought it was great. And so I went into my local Gamestop and I saw these Superman cards. And now on my feed, I've been flooded with nothing but like people opening packs of cards and pulling all sorts of cool stuff. And it's been a while since I've collected sports cards or any kind of cards, really. And the last time I did one was the Topps Star Wars Chrome box, which was kind of cool. It was kind of fun, so I figured I'd do it again. So we got this Superman Fleer Brilliance by Upper Deck that we're going to take a look at. And first of all, the artwork is what drew me in. Superman and Krypto on there, and then of course we got on the side, we got some more boxes you can get exclusive. You can find exclusive base sets, green and kryptonite parallel cards, serialized to $499. And then this is so cool. This little box, right? This box art right there. And then of course you got some more stuff, and it tells you kind of the odds of what you can get. And then this right here. So you get 14 packs in here, 5 cards per box. At GameStop, this costs $49.99 unless you are a GameStop Pro member, where you would get 5% off. So let's do this without further ado. Let's get into this box and get ready to open up some packs. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open all but one. One of them I'm going to do a short on, just so that way we can have that and go from there. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. It's been a while. I used to, way back in the day, collect sports cards. I was into a lot of stuff. I had an ADD collection brain. So I used to collect sports cards back in the day. And I just can't get into sports cards anymore. There's too much speculation in that market. And I know there are people that like to collect cards to collect, and there are people who like to collect cards to flip. I'm the kind of guy that's like, let's just be curious and let's take a look at some cool friggin' cards, right? So that's my philosophy. And so let's see what we got here. We got all these beautiful packs right here. The World of Metropolis. And so let's take a look at what these packs look like. But yeah, I haven't collected cards in forever. I don't even own that many cards. I have some Magic the Gathering Transformer cards. Yeah, so enter the World of Metropolis, Superman Fleer Brilliant. Very nice. Love the packaging. That's steel right there on the front. I don't know why they chose steel to be on the front versus Superman and that Krypto, but okay, so that's cool. Licensed. And so some things that you can get, looks like specially marked packs of the following: base set 3 out of 1, purple parallel 1 of 1, red heat version numbered to 1938, blue x-ray numbered to 999, green kryptonite numbered to 499, golden fight parallel numbered to 24. Wow. Then there's purple explosion parallel, which are 1 of 1 cards. Covers 1 out of every 2 packs. So there's all sorts of different things that you can pull out of these. So which pack should I save to do as the short? I am gonna just pull this one right here, and we'll put that one back there. This one's gonna be saved to do as the short for my YouTube channel. So let's just start. Let's just start opening them up. I'm going to pop the camera up because that's just what we need to do. So that way I'm not just looking. So that way I have plenty of room and plenty of clearance. Now, the way I used to open cards was I pulled them from right there and then just kind of did it this way. There are multiple ways you can do those, yeah. So first card we got is Gangbuster. Very, very nice. Love the foil kind of look on those. Those look really cool. And then we got Superman. Yeah. Kong Keenan after Clark's apparent death, so very, very nice. Classic covers, Action Comics, that's a very nice one too as well. Very nice foil on the back there. Then we got Imperiex right here. It's a red one, so numbered to 1938. So that is one of those kind of insert cards. I do like how you got this kind of, I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's just this weird, cool little glow. And then we got Manchester Black. Cool. So very cool. All of these will somehow, in some form or fashion, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some of the more, I'm going to kind of separate the base cards to the classic covers, and then we'll go from there on that. So and then as well as all the other exclusive variants. So let's go into the next one, see what we got. The next pack of cards. There we go. Now, some people say don't touch the front because you'll leave fingerprints. I don't know. I don't know card etiquette anymore. So Star Child and Red Sun, Saturn Girl, very cool. Classic cover, Superman: The Secret Years, very, very nice. Very, very cool. Like it. I love this card. Looks great. This is like the classic old school Superman, #1 Superman Clark Kent. Very, very cool. And then Conduit. So Superman and then Conduit right there. So very nice. Some base cards. I got the classic cover. No rare cards in that one. So I'm usually not very lucky with rare cards. There are people out there that are lucky in that kind of stuff. I am not. So let's pull. I think that's the word, pull. We're going to do some pulling of some cards. There we go. Ooh, that's cool. Silver Banshee. Very nice. Very, very cool. Then we got Bizarro. Very cool. Love it. Got another Silver Banshee card, which is interesting. It looks like it's like a cover card. So the difference, I don't know if you can tell me what the difference is between these two, but that would be great. There we go. So Silver Banshee, Lightning Lad, and Lori Lamaris. So cool. I think the coolest one of that pack was the Bizarro. So let me adjust my camera a little bit, and then I'll be right back. 3 packs down, 11 more to go. Oh, Maxwell Lord. If you haven't watched the new Superman movie, I won't spoil it. Hellgrammet, Steppenwolf. That's a different looking Steppenwolf. Guardian, very cool. Classic covers. Very nice classic cover right there. And then Maxwell Lord. So that's what we got in that pack. Let's go on to the next one. They're very good feeling cards. They're very nice feeling. Card quality has come up a long way since I've collected. Looks like we got a good old Jimmy Olsen here. Mongol Rogolzar. Oh, I love the All-Star Superman story. That was a really, really good one. Classic covers. Parademons. And then, of course, Jimmy Olsen. So, very good. Let's go ahead and open this one. What do we got here? I know I'm driving card people who rip packs for a living crazy. Power Girl. Love me some Power Girl. Steve Lombard. All right. Action Comics. Very, very cool. First ever Superman Bloodsport, and Toyman. So very, very nice on those. We are getting down to the wire on what we've got here. All right, let's take a look. Ursa, yes, one of Zod's minions. A double, Star Child and Red Sun. Oh, we got a Brainiac. That looks cool. Classic cover Superman annual. That looks freaking amazing. Look at that. That looks good. This is a blue parallel. So numbered to 9.99. So that one's a little bit more rare. It's about Brainiac's a big here. Brainiac 13 and Brainiac 5. Okay, very nice. So a nice pull from that pack there. I don't know how much they're worth, but that's okay. How cool would it be to get a 1 of 1? You know, I've never been that kind of lucky. All right, let's take a look here. Guardian, Gangbuster, Mongol, Revenge Squad, Mongol. Very, very nice. Perry White and Superboy. So there we are. So almost done, guys. Thank you for hanging in there. Those that rip cards. Would I do this again? Well, I'll give you my final thoughts here in just a little bit. Lobo, yes, nice. Can't wait for the movie. Another Superman. Very cool. Brainiac, a cool Brainiac card. And then a classic cover. I'm getting a classic cover in all of them. Maybe they just come in all of them. And then Brainiac 13. So this is kind of cool. You can kind of see the difference between the two right there. So very, very nice on that. So we'll stick those over here. And then let's move on to the next. Oh, yeah. Lorzod. Ultra Humanite. We got Revenge Squad Darkseid right there. Nice. Metallo. Very cool. And Doomsday. Superman's Doomsday. We all remember that story, right? Everyone probably has one of those. If you're a Superman fan, you probably have the black bag cover comic with the death of Superman. Bibbo Bibowski. Ultra Humanite, another double silver banshee, a double there. Oh yeah, one of the classic covers right there. Superman 204, and then another really classic Superman look right there. Very nice. And then there were 3 packs. Of course, I'm going to do one in a short, and then we'll talk about my final thoughts on these cards. Okay. Let's see here. Rogolzar, another Ursa, Lex Luthor. Ooh, we got a red parallel here. Mercy Graves. Very, very nice. This was the ones that are numbered to 1938. So very, very cool. And then the Highfather. So cool. So far we got some. We got 3 variant pulls out of this box. So that's pretty nice, right? I don't know if that's good or not. Brainiac, Power Girl, classic cover, nice. World of Metropolis card, that's kind of new. I haven't seen that one. That's kind of cool. And then a Superboy. So World of Mercy Graves. So yeah, cool. Look at that. Mercy Graves, Mercy Graves. Very cool. So yeah, I'm gonna pull this last pack with a short, and I'll show you what it is here after I open it for the short, and then we'll get back together for some of my final thoughts. All right, open the last pack for the short, and this is what we got. We got Superwoman, classic cover, The Wedding Album, #1, Jay Nakamura, Bibbo Bibowski, and Steel. So, yeah, there we go. So, let's talk through my final thoughts on this. Would I buy another box? Would I give it another whirl, see what happens, and let's go from there. Back together for my final thoughts on the Superman Fleer Brilliance World of Metropolis cards, and just kind of what I thought. First of all, it was a fun diversion. I forgot how fun it is to open up cards and just kind of see what's there, right? I remember back in the day, there wasn't things like parallels and all this kind of stuff. It was just a base set of baseball cards or whatever it may be. But now you got all these like collectible and these things that you can search after. And so in this box, we got 4 of the Revenge Squad. So there they are. What's crazy, and then I'll tell you what's crazy. And then I got 10 of the classic cover cards, which is very, very cool. Be cool to collect a whole set of those. That would be kind of cool to have. And what's crazy on these, like I was looking up on eBay, these are going for like anywhere from 99 cents to $3, but there's one guy out there selling for like $250. He is not going to sell them unless there's somebody who just doesn't know their cards on that. And so this World of Metropolis is a 1 of 80 on here. And this one is probably the most valuable card that I pulled, and it's somewhere between 10 to $40, just depending on who decides they love it. And then the blue parallel Brainiac, which was numbered to $9.99, he was like a $10 card. And then these two right here are like $5 cards right here, the red parallels that are numbered to 1938. And if you don't know the significance of 1938, then you're not a Superman fan. I'm just kidding. It's when Superman was born, right? And it was his first, when he was conceived, his first appearance and things too as well. But it was fun. Would I do it again? I don't know. Maybe if I had, the money to kind of just blow, if I could just buy single packs every now and then, that would be great. I think I would get the Superman ones. I'd definitely like to try the Marvel ones. The Marvel ones look fun. I know the hot ones right now are Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. I wouldn't mind trying that. I've never played Magic the Gathering, but I wouldn't mind seeing what cards, because especially the Final Fantasy ones that are out, because I loved Final Fantasy. But on the scale of good, bad, awesome, I would say these were really good. It's a good diversion. It's not necessarily freaking awesome, knock it out of the ballpark that I was just floored by it, but they're a fun diversion. So if you like a good diversion, if you're a card collector, these are pretty solid cards that you can get, especially if you're a non-sports card collector, or if you're a Superman fan. These will be fun because these are just give you a nostalgic kind of boost, especially when you see those classic covers going, oh, I remember having that one, or oh, I remember reading that one. That's what that's there for. So if you like this video, maybe consider giving a like, subscribe, or becoming a member. But if you didn't like it, that's okay. But tune in next time when we do talk about something else good, bad, or awesome. And in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. Now, I got to figure out what to do with all my cards. I don't have anything to store them in or anything like that. I am a rookie, so I've got to figure out what to do with them. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now.